All right, some breaking new economic data this morning on a pretty major marker. The U.S. GDP grew 2.8% in the third quarter of this year. Some experts predicted it would hit 3%. Analysts say it's one of the few economic indicators allegedly headed in the right direction. So what can we expect? And when can we expect to start feeling the benefits in our bank accounts? Let's bring in Jared Bernstein. He is the chair of the Council of Economic Advisors, and he's joining us now live from the White House. Mr. Bernstein, good to see you as always.
Great to be here.
So let's get to those GDP numbers. What does this tell you about the state of the U.S. economy, just generally speaking, especially with new polling from CBS News showing that the economy is still the #1 issue for voters?
I think it underscores just what an economic journey we've been on since we got here. The economy was still recovering from the worst economic shock since the Great Depression. And now a few short years later, as this report underscores, we are the strongest economy in the world. By the way, this is not the only indicator that's pointing in the right direction. Unemployment rate remains at an average 50-year low, 16 million jobs since this president got here. Inflation in this report coming in 1.5% for the PCE price index. So we have a lot of things moving in the right direction. That said, and your comment certainly underscores this, we've got more work to do. There's never a victory lap based on any report, any monthly or quarterly report. We have to cut costs in the area of housing, childcare, continue to hold down costs in prescription drugs, and to fight back against those who would repeal those measures, leading not only to higher costs, but a national sales tax costing families thousands of dollars per year.
So Jared, the question I think a lot of people will have is, and we've been doing these stories on our morning show, CBS Mornings, where we have meals with voters in different states across the country and critically some swing states. Why is it that there are a certain number of Americans who, despite this economic data that most analysts agree is good and points that the U.S. economy is headed in the right direction, that people say that they are not feeling it at home? They're not feeling it at the grocery store. They're not feeling it. Everything that they bought 3 or 4 years ago is more expensive today, even with inflation going down. So what is has there been a problem with the messaging?
No, I mean, I think you said it where your comments just landed, which is there are too many prices that are still too high. All right, so our cost-cutting agenda is as important as ever. At the same time, we would be remiss, and I certainly would be if the chair of the Council of Economic Advisors, not to look at, point out, and analyze the economic foundation upon which our cost-cutting agenda, our housing policies, our child care policies, to make those two currently unaffordable parts of life much more affordable for more people. Cutting prescription drug costs, making sure that these measures that are in place remain in place against Republican attacks that would repeal them. At the same time, we shouldn't forget that just this, I think it was just this week, we saw an upward spike in consumer confidence that was the largest one-month jump since March of 21, so 3.5 years ago. These improvements that I'm talking about, the fact that real incomes are up $4,000 since this president took office, are not immaterial. Two things can be true. People can still be unhappy with how prices are, but their buying power is going up, and that's helping them. We've got more work to do. We need to build on that help. We need to block those who would go in the wrong direction, but we are making progress.
Jared, let's talk about the jobs report that's expected later this week. How important will that number be to the administration, and what are you expecting to see?
So this is a really important point, and I'm glad you brought it up. Every month, the jobs report comes in with different factors that affect it. This is a unique month. October's jobs report will be hit by potentially hit by two significant distortions. One, we know that more than 40,000 workers are on strike. They will not be counted in the payroll count. We also, of course, have the impact of Hurricane Helene in particular, Milton less so, but that could be in the mix. So the signal about the job market from this report is going to be harder to pull out than usual. We could see a payroll number that is negatively impacted by those forces. So that's the time when we need to look at the underlying trend, which has been very solid. Job growth at an average rate of 186,000 per month over the past 3 months. an unemployment rate that remains historically low. This is a great month to make sure we're accounting for distortions and look at the underlying trend.
Yeah, and we just had up the real-time numbers coming in from the Dow Jones Industrial Average, Jared, and clearly the market likes what they're seeing this morning. Thank you very, very much for spending some time with us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.